Hello everyone, welcome back. We're here for another video this weekend. I'm sorta, kinda, almost caught up. I've got 3 after this one, and I'm not gonna make it to all of them. I might get one more before the weekend is over. But this one is Signature with Pungdong. Yeah, that's the best I got in terms of trying to pronounce it. I'm looking at the title over here. I did go ahead and run it through a translator, and it says it means roughly with a plop. So I wonder if that has anything to do with, like, is it like an onomatopoeia, like a word that makes the sound like buzz or hiss or whatever. Um, yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see if that has anything to do with anything once we watch this. But yeah, I've heard there's some controversial stuff about like the camera angles and stuff from this one. So I'm gonna try not to focus on that too much, although I may point it out if I do see it. I do know the members were not terribly thrilled with the music video. They didn't show the members the video till it was done. So curious to see what the song is like, what the video is like. So let's get started. Bump the volume down just a bit, and all right, cool. We actually do have English subs. What was that? A Pung Dong? That was with a plop. Why is she Mary Poppins in it? Mischievous you. I really like this. This is nice and bright, summery, sweet, refreshing vocals. Wow. Really soft vocal there. Cute. She's so cute, though. But, okay, yeah. I said I wasn't going to talk about it much, but we're definitely going to talk about it a little bit. I can see why the members, especially certain members, weren't terribly thrilled, and I can see why fans might have an issue with this. There was definitely some sexualization going on there. But song-wise, really enjoyed this. Like I said, it's bright, refreshing. It feels sunny. This is a really nice summer song, so perfect time for this to come out. And the visuals, with going to the beach and all that, and like the melting ice cream, all that kind of stuff. It really just puts you in the feeling of summer. So fantastic job from that perspective of the video. I've never heard Cignature before, so their vocal vibrancy was really stunning to me at first. I'm not comparing them to groups like Luna or anything like that when I say this, but they remind me of groups like Luna in the sense of like having that almost ethereal quality to their vocals. Yeah, I liked that. And of course the song is about, I don't know, we'll analyze it more on the second playthrough, but I wasn't quite sure if it's just being in love or falling in love, because those are two distinct concepts. So it's obviously a love song, just a matter of where are we on that spectrum, or that timeline, so to speak. Did not gather at all what Pungdong meant. I'm going to take a stab at it because I have an idea, but I'm going to take a stab at it after we listen again. By the way, completely unrelated, but this intro sounds like... It reminds me of... Most of y'all that are watching this are probably too young to remember, or you might not have had it in other countries, but if you're around my age and you're in America, maybe it'll feel the same way. It reminds me of those like Nova videos that you like, the education videos we used to have to watch in school. I don't know why, but it just sounds so bland and generic, and like I'm about to have to learn a lesson when I hear this. Not the song, just this part. Alright, so we got Mary Poppins coming down here. Floating through the air. Don't know why. This is a cool shot. It's a weird shot, but it's a cool shot. So we have the ocean backdrop, and we've got like a swimming pool, and the diving board is actually above the heart. So like the diving into love kind of thing. Which would make a lot more sense if someone ran through from our side that way, not the coming towards us that we're about to get. Yeah, see that? I don't have an explanation for why the producer would like waste such a really cool way of saying diving into love by running through the picture towards the pool from the diving board side. It seems like a wasted opportunity. Coming in at once, close to touch. What is this? Hold on, I was trying to read out loud. Close to touch or not. So that kind of reminds me, since they're already at the beach with the waves, coming in with the tide, the waves coming and going. It kind of reminds me of that, and that may be intentional, I don't know. But coming in at once, like the water coming in, but sometimes you stand on the edge and you see if the water reaches up to where you're standing on the beach. I get that image from this line. If I step forward, I might fall. So that line, obviously just talking about, well, I shouldn't say obviously, because there's two meanings there. There's again, going back to the beach part of it, if you are too far forward and you take a step, you might fall into the water. But in this case, also metaphorically, if I take that next step, I might fall in love. Okay, so stepping back a little on white sand. So again, we're back at the beach. Wait a second. No, never mind. I thought I recognized where this was. I don't think that's what I thought it was, though. But this scene here in this architecture reminds me of a little town in France that I went to called Saint Malo. But yeah, I don't think that's it. Anyway, so you know, people draw in the sand all the time. That's what they're talking about. Like I'm drawing a signal between our names, a heart. So same thing. Like you might write your initial and then heart and someone else's initial or whatever. People used to carve stuff like that into trees all the time. Same thing. Okay, so that now we actually get confirmation. Like they're talking about it being a wave, so it goes back to the coming in, and if I take another step, I might fall. And then now we're talking about falling deeper, but also shimmering here and there because the light plays across the water surface. But also, it just that person is brightening up their day, their life. Nice choreo there with the wave. I just thought this line was cute. Why are you shaking me, mischievous you? Like, they're just saying, like, why are you being coy? Pretending to be hard to get, essentially. Like, stop playing games, you little miscreant, you. Now we're alcohol free out there. All right, so now we've got the chorus here: to you, swimming, diving, and splash. So with the name of the title being Pungdong, and if it does mean with a plop, I think they're just talking about, like I was gonna say before, of like diving in. Just the sound of them diving in. And I also realized this was not a super great frame to freeze on, given what we were just talking about a little bit ago. But anyway, swimming, diving, and splash. So, swimming through the waves of that person. We a lot of times hear different artists talking about, like, you want to dive into my ocean, that kind of thing. I know Chaeyoung from Twice had a rap like that in... I forget which song it was now. If I took long enough, I could remember. But the point is, it's something we hear fairly often. Okay, this is a shot that the members didn't like, and I can see why. Like, why are we looking up their skirts? Okay, moving on. Water bloom in my heart already. Okay, I don't know what a water bloom is. Like, I know what blooming means. Like, obviously, like think of a flower. But I don't know how water blooms in the heart. Right. Nice fireworks there. I like this too, talking about the floundering, like kind of like moving aimlessly, but also the fish flounder, keeping the whole water theme going here. It's really cute that they're just out here having fun. Getting out of breath with love. Obviously, there are moments that take your breath away. In this case, that's what they're talking about. Too sweetie, but salty. So, I take this as, they want the person to be sweet, but not too sweet. If someone's over the top sweet, it's like, do you have anything else to you? Like, is this even real? I think you're being fake. And sometimes, like, a little playful, like, banter or whatever is nice for the dynamic of the relationship. And since we keep that ocean theme going here, they would describe that other type of feeling as salty, as opposed to, you might normally hear that described as like sour and sweet or something like that. Now we got a solid rap section here. I think it'll be pretty fun. You clueless, your hands like what? Like you're just not getting the hint, boy. Hold my hand. I'm right here. We're right next to each other. Just reach out for me. And it could be literal, like he could be right there next to her, and his hands are too far from hers, or it could be, you know, figurative, like this gap between us emotionally. Like I'm right here. All you have to do is make a move, kind of thing. We got donuts everywhere. Really nice vocal there. You got this melted ice cream, I guess that was. And you can't hide your feelings, they're floating. Okay, so the feelings are turning into balloons, they're floating away. Nice choreo there with like the diving motion. Okay, that's another shot that, like, why are we, like, zooming up? Like, obviously you're not seeing anything, but why are we even trying zooming up on the underboob there? Don't say goodbye. I like how they put this, like, don't say goodbye, no, no, no. Don't bring that word out ever. It's kind of like, I actually had this discussion with a friend of mine before. When you say things, words can have power. And this is a different context, but we were talking about divorce. And how, unless you actually mean it, you should never say that you're going to divorce the person. Because even if you, I mean, you're usually not joking when you say it, but like, even if you don't mean it, the more you say it, the more it starts to become real in your mind, and it becomes a more real possibility of actually taking place. So, same concept here where they're talking about, like, don't say goodbye. Because obviously we have to part, right? Like you got to go your way, I got to go mine. We can meet again tomorrow, kind of thing. But they don't even want the possibility of you leaving, so they're like, don't ever bring that word out. Wait, what was that? These are like little X-rays, but I saw the hand, but did I see? I did. They drew a heart through the ribcage. At first I thought it was like a broken heart, but no, it's just the heart that's being intersected by the ribs here on this X-ray, this radiograph. Yeah. Now, it's no secret that this girl has, you know, large chest. But she's the only one they're putting it, like, she's the only one they're putting in a bikini that barely even, like, covers her. See, the rest of them, relatively normal clothes. Yeah, okay. I can understand some of the backlash on this. And then they have her laying down so that... Okay. Really fun song, really cute. I loved it. Also, not super thrilled on the direction there. Uh, Now, if it was something that the girls were comfortable with, that's a different story. And at least none of them are minors, I think. They didn't look like minors anyway. But based on what I know from what I've seen some of the fans talk about and how I saw the members react to the video, they weren't comfortable with this. They didn't like this. Or at least certain things in this they didn't like. So I really think the company needs to do better. They need to protect their artists better. And also, I'm assuming that's the same girl, the one we're talking about with the skimpy top. She was on an interview with some guys who were basically saying like she would make a great, you know, adult film star, and there was another actress from that industry from Japan, like basically trying to tell her like, "Oh, please do it. You'd be so great." All that. Like, why is this company promoting their artists that way or allowing their artists to be put in those kind of situations? Especially when we know how conservative the general Korean public is and how little they appreciate that kind of thing with especially with their idols. Yeah, it's just a really weird direction and really weird misstep. But yeah. All right, guys, that was the reaction for Signature's Pungdong. And I know I said I wasn't going to talk about some of those things, but they were kind of blatant, so I almost felt like it was um I don't know, like it would be a mistake or negligent maybe not to talk about it and draw attention to how the company needs to do better. But I hope you guys enjoyed the song at least, and if you enjoyed the video, fantastic. I just wish the members had been informed and were actually comfortable with it. But yeah, I think that's it. So, real quick, a few announcements. There's a Patreon. If you haven't seen any of the other videos since the anniversary announcement, there's free content and paid content there. If you subscribed on the monthly tiers, anything over the $1 tier, you get free requests every month that get bumped to the top of the line. Speaking of requests, there is a link to view the request queue down in the description, as well as if you don't want to join the Patreon, but you want to get higher up on the request queue, you can click the PayPal link and sponsor a request that way. Back to the Patreon, though, there's other stuff like right now we're finishing up 2 survival shows. I'm going to be working on some others coming up. There's a couple of concerts. My concert experience videos where I go to concerts and post, slideshows of the photos and the songs that I record and stuff like that. Those will be there. So yeah, feel free to check all of that stuff out. Thank you for being here. I'll catch you for the next one. Take care, guys.